Hello, guys. Now, here's another episode that I'm doing with you guys to help you better your dining etiquette skills. So, today's topic will be more so on American style of eating versus continental style of eating. Now, I know this sounds a little frustrating, but don't worry. I am here to help you. I'm going to make you feel confident with these terms so that when you go out, you'll feel confident no matter where you go in the world. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start with the American style of eating. And with both of them, we're going to talk about where you place your utensils when you're done eating, so the waiter know that you're done and they can just take your plate without even you having to say a word. How awesome is that? And then we're also going to talk about where which hand or which utensil is supposed to be placed in what hand. I hope that made sense to you guys. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so with the American style eating, we're going to go ahead and demonstrate. First of all, if you guys have your utensils, if you want to follow along, that'd be great. I want you to get a fork, a regular size fork, and I want you to get a knife. It could be a butter knife, any type of knife. I just want you to practice. Okay, and you're going to get a regular size plate. Okay, so what you're going to do is, want to show you, for American style, your fork will be in your left hand and your knife will be in your right hand. Okay, so when you're eating, you want to make sure that American style, with your fork being, your knife being in your right hand, you want it to make sure that your finger, your pointer, is literally like 1 inch away from the blade of the knife. See that? And then in your left hand, you want to hold your fork as so. Okay. So the difference is when you start to eat in the American style. Remember, the only difference is your fork is in your left hand. Your knife is in your right hand. Excuse me, guys. Stuck right here. Okay, so when you're eating, you're going to have, at least, of course, when you're cutting, you're going to have your prongs down. And remember, your knife, your finger to 1 inch below the blade. And then you cut as so. Okay, so now once you're done cutting, you then take your knife and you're going to place it at the top of your plate. Okay, you're going to place it at the top of your plate. Once you lay it across your top of your plate, you then take your fork and you switch it to your right hand and you begin to eat. Okay, so that is the American style of switching your utensils. Now let's talk about what are you supposed to do after you are done eating with your utensils. This is what you want to do. Okay, imagine your plate as a clock. And what you did is basically, you're going to have an American style, you're going to have your tines on your fork pointing upward, and it's faced as though it is on the 4 o'clock position. Okay, guys, so when you're doing your continental style of eating, you want to make sure that your fork is in your right hand and your knife is in your left hand. Okay, and of course you're going to do the same thing. Make sure that your finger is 1 inch away from the blade. So when you get done cutting, you're just going to take this fork and place it at the top of your plate. Okay, and just lay it there. Lay it on the top of your plate. After you've done so, instead of switching your knife from your right hand to your left, what you're going to do is just keep your right your fork in your right hand and begin to eat. Honestly, if you ask me, I like continental style. From time to time, I use continental style, even though I'm in America, because it's more simpler and easier than to have to keep switching my fork back and forth. Okay. So that was the tip for the day, guys. I hope this was helpful. Oh, wait. I can't close you out yet, guys. I need to tell you guys about how to place your utensils after you're done to let the waiter know you're done without even having to say anything. The continental style, okay? We already talked about American style. Now let's talk about continental style. Now, the only difference really is the way you position your fork. You're still going to do the 420. Only thing is you're going to put your tines downward. This is how it's going to look. You see how the tines are down in the Continental? All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. That's the end of this one about American and Continental style of eating. Remember, if you have any questions, we're going to have our one free webinar after the whole session is done. I look forward to answering any of your questions. Feel free to post any questions or write down any questions, so when you see me at my webinar, you can ask all the questions that you may have. Okay? All righty. Bye.